Wow, wow, wow. Well, wasn't that a fun interview with Max Marine of Lool Ventures, which is Lool Ventures? Man, what a cool guy. I really really enjoyed doing research on Max Marine. Not only watching his shirtless rap videos about venture capital, but the fact that he's I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Something just flashed through my mind. There's a scene in his Startup Nation where he has his shirt off, and actually there's a guy behind him. I think he's a local yokel who has his shirt off and he's moving like a worm. Guys, I don't know why that crept up in my mind, but that's exactly what I'm thinking about right now. The shirtless dude, the skinny shirtless dude in the back, doing some wormy type of dance. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this conversation I had with Max Breen. I loved his story. I loved his story of talking to his boss at the time over in America, saying, hey, I want to move over to Israel after he traveled there and he had some experiences there, and then going out, doing it. Going to a different country, trying something new. I think he said that he was teaching English there at the beginning, but then began getting plugged in to the startup world. Yeah, maybe ladies had something to do with it. Could you blame a brother for that, especially in your early to mid-20s? Can't blame a brother for that. But I really appreciate so much about Max and his perspective. And let me talk about this. You see, I believe, and this is just me, and this is a retrospective, guys, of course, so I get to talk about whatever I want. But I believe the content generation space has missed venture capital. Or let's put it this way, venture capital has missed the content generation opportunity. Yes, he talked about several companies like Andreessen, like Redpoint, like these types of companies are pushing out content. These types of VC venture funds are pushing out content, but the vast majority of venture capitalists aren't. They think Twitter is enough. They think LinkedIn's enough. It's not. If you really want to have, in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, but if you really want to have a competitive advantage as a venture capitalist in the future, you should be on video. Podcasts don't work. They don't cut it. Yeah, they're in vogue. They're cool, but we're not the younger generation. The younger generation of individuals, kids who are 9, 10, 11, and 12 right now, are not going to be listening to podcasts about venture capital. They're not going to try to be listening to podcasts to try to find a venture capital fund that they want to invest with. They're going to go to video first, which is why in many ways I'm doing this, and why in many ways I'm so happy about Max and his desire, his challenge to do rap videos about venture capital. It's awesome. It's a huge differentiating factor. And I hope that you guys saw that here. So if you're listening and you're an entrepreneur and you're a founder looking for venture capital, you should look for venture capital firms that are providing content, daily content, value add, not just assuming that the deals are going to come to them. It's going to be part of the new world in the future. And I think Max is very much ahead of the curve here. He's known as the VC rapper, venture capitalist rapper, and he's going to continue to be known for that, his brand, beyond Lool Ventures. If he decides to leave in the future, he's going to have something that is attached to him that shows social proof of who he is. This is a big deal. We lack a lot of social proof. That's a key idea here. We lack a ton of social proof in the venture capital world. And those that are doing content best, those are the ones that are going to win. What else? Tel Aviv, Israel startups. I had some other questions here that we didn't get to, but that's okay, about the startup culture there. And we can bring Max on again another time and talk about it. But it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm really, it's one of those feelings that I'm getting right now during this retrospective around, I'm really rooting for Max. I'm really rooting for Max Marine because he's the type of guy that I can see succeeding in the venture capital game if he sticks in it for the long haul, because he's willing to brush the ego aside. He's willing to put his ego on the shelf and say, hey, this is just part of my personality, take it or leave it. I'm willing to do these things. It might seem embarrassing to most, but you know what? He's willing to do it, and he's going to make a name for himself doing it. I know there's a lot of other stuff I could talk about in my conversation, but that's why you guys should watch the whole thing. so you don't have to hear just this retrospective. If you want more information on Max Marine and this full conversation and the field notes, feel free to go over to vchunting.com/Max Marine. Guys, this was a fun conversation. I can't wait to write it up and push it out to you guys. We have some great interviews coming up this weekend, and I'll see you guys next time.